morning. It is Sunday morning, and so it is a weigh-in day. Of course, I'm first going to talk about the non-weight related positive things that are happening because of doing this. Mostly because for me, I really don't have a lot of control over actually what the scale says. There's a lot of the factors that play into that, and that becomes very frustrating and discouraging for me. And so I went into this with the mindset that I was not going to be dedicated just to results from that. I am going to be looking for other things to focus on and celebrate and enjoy in this journey, especially because I decided I am dedicating 365 days to it, however that goes. So one of the things that I had the opportunity to realize that is a really positive result of all this is I can walk in high heel shoes again. It was unfortunate that the reason that we had to get dressed up was for something sad. So when I was getting ready to pack and kind of putting things together, I have these shoes, and they're not stiletto heels or anything, but they're heels that I like. And when I got heavy and a little off balance and muscle tone issues, I already have knee and joint problems. And so wearing them became like they just kind of got put in the corner and they weren't getting worn. And so when I was packing, I was like, I wonder. And so I pulled them out and walked around in them for a few minutes, and I could feel that I had control, and it just felt having the muscle tone come back to have the balance. It was just a little bit of a celebration. So that is a huge non-scale positive result of all this, and a reason to just continue going. I get to wear the cute little shoes again. And then for what had gone on in like this past week or two, I guess I'm doing a 2-week review now, is I really can be very proud of doing, even though I slipped into some of my previous behaviors, I stopped them much quicker and turned them around this time than I have before. So my mental health is doing much, much better. I am less angry at myself. I could say I hated myself when this process started, and it feels good to not hate that person I'm looking at in the mirror and be so mad all the time about the things that I'm doing to myself. And so those are just 2 reasons that, regardless of the needle number moving on the scale or not, I guess it's not needle anymore, it's digital. I'm getting somewhere with this, and so those are the things that I'm choosing to focus on. And that's why I had set up that the one goal for 3 months of continuing. It was just 3 months of staying on plan. I was going to allow myself to have some sushi and some wine. Well, about 3 days before I hit that 3-month mark, I did have some wine, so I kind of have held off on the sushi reward, and I've had some other bumps in the road and things happen. But my original first goal was in 5 months, if I stayed on the plan, whether I lost weight or didn't lose weight, or as long as every day I got up and I moved forward and I kept trying, I get my clip-in shoes for my bike, and I'm really, really wanting those. And so I'm getting close to that, or closer, and so I'm kind of getting excited about that. And so even just continuing for another 5 weeks so I can get my shoes. And then of course once I get my shoes, I'm going to want to get on the bike more. So that's all a big motivator for me, again, regardless of the scale. Now, because I am an unhealthy BMI, I have weight that I'm uncomfortable with, and I do want to lose weight. That is going to be a component of this, and I am going to kind of keep tracking that, but that is not going to be the number one focus of all of this. Otherwise, I probably would have quit. I think I've been stalled for going on almost 6 weeks now. So, but I can tell even in the last 6 weeks that I'm still, my body feels like it's changing, and I'm still getting some gains from that. So those are some really neat things that I can focus on this time around, and I definitely am gonna kind of keep rolling regardless of what the scale says. But I am gonna still track that progress, so I'm gonna get on the scale now. Okay, last time I weighed in, I was 185.4. So let's see where I am. Well, all right then. Good morning. It's Sunday, and that makes it a cardio day. I usually have done a spin workout a couple of days this week, so I usually try to do a couple different things. I've got my Step Reebok, I've got the Turbo Fire, and I was thinking about that this morning. And as much as I'd like to do something a little different, I love my spin workouts too. Um, but it's also good to kind of mix it up and do different things for your body. Even I've done the wee dancing. After an hour of that, I'm dripping sweat. Um, but I know I keep complaining about this rash, but repetitive movements of my arms at this point, it's doing better, but it's still healing. So I'm thinking that's probably not the greatest idea in the world. So I am going to just opt for another spin workout this morning. Hi, I have the update for day 113. So, as you can see from the daily clips, I had some really great positive results of doing this that are non-scale related. But even with that, I also had almost 1 pound. It was a 0.9 weight loss. And so I'm feeling a little bit lucky with that. I kind of expected the scale to be up, for sure, stalled, to be down a little bit. I'm feeling like something coming next week, but regardless of that, I have the other good things that are happening, so that's what I'm going to take and go with this week. It was a good day today. I did get my 10,000 steps in, and I did stay on meal plan. I had a couple tequilas with having friends over and being out in the pool, and all of that got calculated into my food plan and my intake for the day. So outside of feeling like I had a little bit of fun, I'm doing okay with that. It's surprising me a little bit, and I'm sorry to keep bringing it up, but apparently sun, or I didn't lay around with my arm up over my head out in the sun too much, but maybe it was a chlorine, or maybe it was my wet swimsuit, or I don't know. And I would think with having a little bit of tequila, it shouldn't be bothering me so much, but it's back to screaming at me. It's really, really hurting. I looked at it. It's not swollen and weeping and beefy red like it was last week, and so it doesn't look bad. So I'm hoping I didn't lose any ground with that. I put some more medicine on it, and I'm gonna. It was really, really hot today. It was a perfect pool day, but if I wasn't in the pool, it was really hot. So it really could just be the heat. So I'm in now and air conditioning. So hopefully for the rest of the evening, that'll kind of calm down a little bit. And I'll be able to get some rest tonight. So I will see you tomorrow.